Hello, welcome to the Match on Football. It's Kamal again with you with the latest news and opinions. Today I'm going to discuss about how to be the champion in any league, in any football league. First of all, I would like to start about Arsenal game. When yesterday Arsenal played against West Ham United. It was a game for the title, and Arsenal needed to win the game, or at least to play a draw, to keep their chances alive. And it was a good chance for Manchester City if Arsenal lose a game or lose the points, let's say. And congratulations for Arsenal fans as their team have won. But there is another side of the coin. The fact how they won this game and how they are winning their title. If they win this title. So first of all, I would like to start about the game. The game was quite open and quite close at the same time. Both teams had some chances to score, but none of them scored till minute 84. When Leonardo Trossard, by his kick, scored the goal for his team, and they started to be ahead for 1-0 from minute 84. So I can't say that Arsenal was like the top team who was dominating and, from the score you could see that it was average match, average performance, not good enough from Arsenal side. So what happened? They scored, okay. Now I thought that maybe it's finished, maybe the title race is finished. But no, in minute 96 or something, Mr. Wilson from West Ham United scored a goal. And this goal was disallowed. You know for what? Because the referee and VAR, with all this team, has decided that it was foul to Mr. Raya, to the goalkeeper of Arsenal, in that period. But when you watch the game, you will see that it was a situation where these kind of set pieces, let's say, tactics were playing there. And, for whole season, Arsenal made the same thing to their opponents almost every match from the first day. Even if you look to the match when they played in Old Trafford, they did the same thing to Altay Bayındır, to the goalkeeper of Manchester United when they scored their goal. The only goal. And they are doing this for whole season. And they are playing with this kind of, this trash tactics with set pieces. What a disgrace. All the press and all of the experts are talking about that this is a trash. This is a whole trash. What the hell is that? I can't agree that this is a good football. And I didn't see this kind of, trash football even in Jose Mourinho's team when they were playing more pragmatic, parking the bus. You couldn't see this kind of performance even from them. I didn't see any kind of performance which is near to be trash as Arsenal's performance for this year. Sorry for Arsenal fans, but it is the fact. How they are playing for whole season. This is not good enough. This is not Premier League. They can't score from their chances. They can't create the moments. They are just playing some kind of rubbish, And in that match, West Ham United have used Arsenal tactics against themselves. They used it against themselves, against Arsenal. And what referee have told is ridiculous. Mr. Chris Kavanagh and your VAR team, what you are doing there? What the hell are you doing? I cannot accept that. I cannot accept as a neutral fan. I'm not Arsenal fan, but I cannot accept that. Because it was completely rubbish. And I cannot agree with that. So where is the consistency? Where is the consistency on decision making when you are just allowing to play Arsenal for the whole season in this kind of way, and you are just disallowing the goal which was scored on the same way against them? I cannot understand this. What a shocking decision. I will read the quote what Arteta said after the game. Arteta says about the Raya episode, it was obvious error. It's free kick. The goal has to be disallowed. Come on. Come on. Get out. For whole season you are playing this trash tactics and you are saying this, like I cannot understand that. Arsenal for me, if they win the title, they robbed it. They robbed it. I'm 100% sure about that. They robbed the title. They robbed this title. They robbed this Premier League title. Because it was not quite good. It was, I'm very, very disappointed from this kind of performance. And, like, okay, I could accept that whole season they are playing these tactics. But come on, just win the game like fairly. The last game, the last decisive game. Win it fairly. But no, you are, like, what was that? The referees on their mind just was thinking, Arsenal bottled 2 or 3 titles. Let's help them to win this finally, I cannot understand that. I cannot understand that. I cannot. Because on the other side, in the La Liga, Barcelona have won 2-0 Real Madrid, and they are far ahead from their opponent, and they are showing fantastic football. And congratulations to all Barcelona fans through the world, like I can only congratulate them for this kind of mentality, for this kind of performance. Amazing performance for the whole season. They are fairly the champions of the La Liga, and I'm 100% sure about that. But this game, Arsenal game, and the Arsenal performance in the Premier League, what I can say about this? This is not fair. This is not fair for the football, This is not fair for the football. This is not fair for the whole game. How they win this match, At least they needed to win the match against West Ham fairly. With the performance, with the energy, with attacking football, with, like scoring the goals. Not like by just the last chance when referee has decided the title race. And I cannot accept that. Never ever. I will not accept that. I'm not Arsenal fan, and I'm not against Arsenal. As a football fan, as a real football fan, I will not accept that. I can't. And I'm sure that the fans all around the world, even Arsenal fans, will understand that this is not fair. This is not football. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and let me your thoughts. Bye bye.